Hello. I made a bit of an error just now. It was the stream. The stream was on unlisted, so I was trying to figure out why nobody was here. I just restarted it again. Thank you for joining. Hello, Rev Kai, Tumeki, Richard, Yulandi, and Lady Capera's here. Thanks for being here. YouTube did not put it up front. It may have been my mistake, actually. Yeah, I started at the normal time and I'm sitting here and I'm like waiting for people to join. We were testing it the other day, so yeah, I forgot to change it back to public. Mellow Law, hi, how are you? Alright, so at least I got some people here now. Alright, welcome to the Healing Hour. Mega, you're here. Ortus. It's been a minute. Yeah, we've missed you. Hope everything's going well. Alright, this thing's still showing an error, I don't know why, but it's working at least. Can everybody hear me? If anybody's having difficulty hearing me, just let me know. Let me just turn this volume down here. Just in case something goes ping. Operator error, yes, human error, can we say. These things happen. Alright, so anybody who's not been to the Healing Hour before, let me just give you a bit of a run through. So we have a discussion about anything related to healing. If I can answer it, I will answer it. Otherwise, I will go find the answer, and I'll probably reply at a later date, but at least we can get your answer. And I do some healing, some distance healing. Which usually involves humming and singing and stuff like that. So this is where I make all the funny noises. And today I actually want to talk about humming itself. It's actually a very interesting practice, and it's something that everybody can actually do. And I was actually reading a book by Jonathan Goodman. Let me just check here. Just make sure I got the name right. Yeah, oh sorry, Goldman. Jonathan and Annie Goldman. It's called The Humming Effect, which is it's a very interesting book, but some of the things that they note regarding the benefits of humming, and I mean, the list is quite long, and this is only a few of them. Increases oxygen in the cells, lowers blood pressure and heart rate, increased levels of melatonin, assisting in sleep, reduced levels of stress-related hormones, release of endorphins, increased levels of nitric oxide, and release of oxytocin. Now, nitric oxide is I don't think many people have heard of that one. I mean, oxytocin and melatonin and things like that people have heard of, but nitric oxide, not to be confused with nitrous oxide. That's different. That's laughing gas. And also not to be confused with nitrogen dioxide. That's also different. Nitric oxide is actually a very interesting chemical that reduces, or it increases blood flow, which therefore reduces blood pressure. So it's very good for cardiovascular ailments and things like that. And humming itself, in this regard, needs to come from the nostrils, because the vibration in the nostrils actually releases the nitric oxide. I can't talk today. Kai, is Mercury doing something today? I'm really getting tongue-tied. So humming itself, very beneficial. And as I said, you can make it complicated, you make it simple, like anything. So if you actually just sit and hum for 5 minutes, minimum of 5 minutes a day, it's actually very good for the system and the whole system. However, you can actually, now this is, the difference here is, I mean, we a lot of us hum to music. The difference here is it's conscious humming. So what we're doing is we are consciously humming in order to achieve something. And from a healing perspective, we can actually direct the hum to different areas of the body. And there's a few things we can take into consideration. Humming is sound. Sound is vibration. And we know that vibration can alter molecular structure of a cell. If you look at a wave pattern, as it goes down and up, air molecules actually, as it goes down, the air molecules actually separate, and as it goes up to the higher frequency, they actually come together. Kai said yesterday was the window of perfectly aligned, and we are back to Mercury combust today. And for about another week, the declining is not as intense as the approaching. Okay, well, maybe it's just my tongue then. Just get some hot chocolate, I should fix that. Alright, so we've got the aspect of sound being vibration, and vibration can alter molecules. Now, there are two ways that sound healing can be done on the body. One is the molecules themselves that have gone a bit out of sync. And there's a nice example of this if you imagine an orchestra. So if you have all these people in an orchestra, and one person, the violinist for instance, loses their sheet music and can't see the conductor, the rhythm and the sound, and they're just going to start creating noises which are probably not correct. It's going to start going out of sync. That then affects the rest of the string instruments within the orchestra, and then that carries on through to the rest of the orchestra. So if you imagine cells in the body, if one cell just sort of, the vibration just goes out of sync, it starts affecting all the cells around it, and that spreads and spreads and spreads. So with sound therapy, what you can do is you can actually bring that cell back into synchronicity and bring healing into that cell, and that affects all of the cells around again, and it sort of snowballs out. The other way you can look at this is to target specific areas of the body and specific cells, and actually target them and alter them and themselves. And this can, they've done experiments and stuff with cancer patients and Alzheimer's and things like that. And there's actually an example in Jonathan Goldman's book. It was, I think it was his or Andy's grandmother had a stroke, and they noticed that her speech was starting to decline. She was starting to slur her words and stuff. So they actually asked her to go and find out from the doctor which area of the brain was actually affected, and then asked her to do humming just 5 minutes a day and target that specific area. And within a few days, her speech actually got better again. Now, I can't say whether it was humming, obviously, but it did actually work. It helped. So what you're doing there is you're actually targeting specific areas of the body in order to change the molecular structure. Taylor, hello, I have a hard time opening a demon sigil. How would I go about opening this? I am going to speak about that on the channel. If you can just be patient regarding that, I'll put it into the Ask Lee slot on Wednesday. In fact, if you can just give me a bit of elaboration what you mean by opening a demon sigil. Just elaborate on that, please, and I'll answer that question later. Lou, I feel kind of vibrity this evening. Would the humming help with that? Vibrity. It could do. It could bring the vibration back to what it's supposed to be. Now, when we think of humming, a lot of people will mockingly, when somebody mentions meditation, they'll go hum like that. and that's exactly what it is really. It is a hum. There are various sounds that we can tone. Humming is a form of toning. Toning is more of an elongated sound, so it would be an ohm or an om or something like that, where you're actually elongating the vowels and the actual sound itself. We can do toning with vowels themselves. We can also target areas of the body. For instance, we can split the body into 3 areas. We can go into the belly, into the chest, and into the head. And we can tie in a load of different things regarding this. But we would tone or vibrate or hum a particular vowel sound in each area. So it would be an oo sound in the belly area, which is a low frequency. In the chest area, it would be an ah sound, which is a mid-range. And then in the head, it would be an e, which is a higher vibration. And this, we can look at this in regards to the 3 cauldrons. We can look at this in regards to what I was taught regarding Kabbalah and the areas of the body. In that case, we've got 5. We can bring in 5 different areas and different vowel sounds. So it would be E in the head, E in the throat, R in the chest area, O in the belly, and then U in the pelvic region. And we can assign those to different elements again. So there's a lot that we can actually consider when it comes to sound and the body itself. But what I want to focus on is the hum itself, because everybody can just sit and hum. And as I said, if you're going to hum, then what you want to do is keep your mouth closed so that you're humming through your nose, and the vibration in your nose actually releases the nitric oxide, and that can help your body. So we're going to do some humming. If you can't hum or you don't feel like humming, that's fine. You can listen to me hum, and that may help as well. We'll just do some breathing to begin with. I think what we'll do is we'll do reverse breathing or a countdown breathing. So we're going to start to 10, take a breath in and take a breath out. These are just normal breaths. Don't go too deep, don't go too low. Just keep it in your normal natural breath. It's going to be a deep breath, but not overly exaggerated. So you're going to take a breath in, take a breath out. We're going to count 10, and then 9, 8, all the way down to 0. When we get to 0, it's just going to just let your breath pause. Just let it out and just let it pause. And then when your body needs to actually breathe in again, just allow it to breathe in again. So will the throat sound help for neck as well? It can do. In fact, just vibrating with the nose, with the mouth closed, you can actually direct that hum. If you actually direct the hum to a particular area, then it will actually vibrate in that area. You can actually practice this by just humming and directing it to the belly, for instance. You can put your hands on your belly and you can feel the vibration, and then move it to your head and feel the vibration in your head, and then to your chest. And you can actually move it to different areas, and it can actually help to relieve the pain in specific areas. In fact, before we do the breathing, let's just have a look at the hum itself. So if we're going to hum, if we're just humming normally, it may be from the throat and from the mouth. So we would have a oh, that's coming out of the mouth. Okay, when we close the mouth, we get a We can then bring that hum back into the sinus cavities. I always try to do this over video and sound, but I'm not sure if it actually comes across. So you would have a so if you can actually push the vibration of the hum from the throat and the mouth area up into the forehead and the sinuses. And that, if you want to go into something like overtoning or something like that, then that's where you would need to actually vibrate the hum. But I find if you've got it vibrating in this area, in the sinuses, that's going to vibrate your nostrils, your nostril cavities. So that's where you really want the hum to be, is in the nose itself. As I said, if we then go into toning, like if we were doing eye in the heart, then it would be a you can actually move the vibration of that sound up and down and get it into the nasal cavities, even when your mouth's open. So I hope that makes sense. Alright, so let's do some actual breath work, and then we'll go into hum. So we'll do the entire cycle of one breath. Usually takes me, or the cycle of the 10 down to 0 usually takes me about 5 minutes. I'm going to possibly speed that up. I don't know, everybody breathes at different rates, so don't try and keep up with me. If you find I'm breathing for too long between breaths, then just carry it on at your own pace. But what I'll do, I'll count as I go, and then we'll go into about 5 minutes of just humming. Okay, and then after that, if you want to stop humming, you can. If you want to continue humming, you can. I will then probably go into some singing, just to allow everybody to get that healing hour type thing. And I know Ortis loves it. Alright. So, if you've got anything to drink, just grab just soothe your throat a bit. Okay. Alright, so get into a nice relaxed position, spine as straight as possible, and just tuck your chin in a little bit. And then breathe in and out. 10. In. Out. 9. In. Out. 8. In. Out. 7. In. Out. 6. In. Out. 5. In. Out. 4. In. Out. 3. In. Out. 2. in, out, 0, and pause. And then just breathe normally. And then as you breathe out, you're just going to hum. And just find your own pitch. You don't need to be a musician or a singer. Okay, now you can continue or just listen to me. Alright then, that's the end of that. Okay, so now a bit of grounding and centering to bring yourself back. So just wiggle your toes and your fingers, get your wrists moving, roll your shoulders, and we going to take some deep breaths in and then out fast through your mouth. Try that one. So don't breathe in and then out and in, out and in and out. All right. So if everybody can just let me know they are back in one piece. Still feeling a bit giddy myself. If you're still not all the way there, you need a bit more grounding and centering. What I usually suggest is to do the root grow into a tree. So imagine yourself, your top half growing into branches and leaves and extending into the skies. Your body, your torso becomes a trunk, and your lower half and your legs grow into the ground as roots. And root yourself in the earth. Really become earthed and grounded. Feel the solidity of it. And if you've got any excess energy that you need to get rid of, you can push it down into the earth. The earth will absorb and transmute it. And you can pull solid, earthy, grounded energy back into yourself. And then when you're done, you just retract the branches, retract the roots, and come back to yourself and your body. Alright then, is everybody still with us? Grab yourself a hot chocolate. Mine's now cool chocolate. See, even my chair does its own humming and singing. Got some desert eastern vibes from that. Cool. Yeah, I don't know where the sound comes from really. The first time I actually did spontaneous singing, I kind of forced it a bit, I think. I was trying to sound like a Native American. shaman or something doing a rain dance, and then it just, I don't know, developed into that. So and that's my sound, that's my song. Everybody has their own song. This humming singing session was really enjoyable. Good, I'm glad you enjoyed it, Richard. If it wasn't enjoyable, I wouldn't expect you to stick around. So I hope it's enjoyable. Otis, yep, I still say we need a video of your spontaneous singing on an hour loop. Yeah, I still need to sort that out. I've been so busy creating content the past couple of weeks. But I will get around to it, don't you worry. Actually, I was looking this, you can find it on Spotify. This Jonathan Goldman has it's a soundtrack, it's a single, but it's just over an hour long, and it's called Cosmic Hum. It is actually quite nice, actually. Lady Capera, my Wi-Fi was buffering until just now. Fantastic, brilliant. You can watch it later. You can follow along and listen to the humming and the singing. There you go. Fortunately, as it did say, fortunately, there's no load shedding today. Let me just double check, because it's just been giving us hell. No outages expected. Yay! Throat singing got me vibrating nicely. Oh, cool. Okay. Yep. No load shedding. Damn digital vision. Yeah. Got to get them under control. I like his Goldman's Reiki Chant album too. I haven't heard that one. I'll have to go look for that. I only just recently discovered him, so I'm actually enjoying his stuff so far. I'm making a note, because you know me, I forget. Oops. Goldman. Reiki Chants. Okay. I'll definitely go check that out. Don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. Yes, please, give me a thumbs up. Helps the algorithm. And if you also want to support me, you can put something in the tip beer mug. It's no longer a tip jar, it's now a tip beer mug. It was a brandy glass before, but I was worried it would break, so beer mug's nice and solid. I did, you got it under control, good stuff. Feed it some good rum. No, being gin and therefore fire spirit, maybe rum's not a good idea. Just make it more fiery or appease it. Who knows? Wouldn't want to break the digital. There, you see, I can't talk today. Digital glass. I think I'm just going to sit here and just hum the rest of the time because I can't talk. I'll let my chair do it. Alright, if anybody's got any questions regarding healing, please let me know, and I can cover different topics in different live streams, and I kind of need something to talk about. So questions are very, very welcome. Energy high. When will your website be back up? Hopefully soon. Ugh, might as well tell you now. I'm just going to do it on Tuesday. I've just been busy with a lot of content, trying to get, because now I'm doing the daily videos, I've been trying to get ahead so that I don't fall behind and then start missing days, and then, you know, because life takes over sometimes. And also started the Red Coven Magic School, so I've been adding content into there, so there's actually something there when people join. Otherwise it would be a bit of a waste of time for them. So I've been trying to get a ton of content done, and then I'll get to the website, which is probably going to change quite a bit as well from what it was before. So ASAP, as soon as possible. Just trying to think if there was anything I missed. There is actually, it's a pranayama breathing called Brahmari pranayama, which is actually incorporates humming. It's called the humming bee breathing, which is quite interesting. If anybody wants to go check that out, look it up. There are different, or people do recommend doing different things. Like some people will say to let the jaw stay loose. Some people will say to clench the teeth. Some people will say to just touch the teeth together. I prefer to let the jaw stay loose, so the bottom jaw is just behind, or bottom teeth is just behind the upper teeth, and then touch my tongue to the top palate just behind the top teeth. I recommend that for everything, every breathing technique, or well, depends if you're breathing through your mouth, you can't do it, but I think you know what I mean. But then what you do is you actually close your ears with your thumbs, and you can just do that, or you can put your hands on top of your head and then hum just through your nose, which actually helps, kind of increases the volume in your own head, which helps with the humming. There are some people who suggest actually putting fingers, let me just take my glasses off because that's not going to work. So you put your thumbs on your ears and close your ears, and then you put your fingers down your face like that, which gets a bit awkward. But yeah, if you're interested in that, just kind of have a look for it. It's quite interesting. Yes. Alright. So just throw those questions in there if you have them, because we are nearing the end of the healing hour. Thank you to Meki, into the beer mug, very enjoyable humming indeed. Thank you very much. Yay, big explosion to Meki donated. I lost 70 pounds by chanting my Kali mantra. Happy with my mala. That's cool. You know, sound's incredible. I love sound. I really do. And I haven't even touched on any of it yet. It's just amazing. Oh, japa with my mala, yeah. And if anybody does want to join the weekly meditation classes, it's in the memberships. So just hit the join button. That's $30 a month. We do a weekly meditation. It's everything really. It's not just a meditation, but it's also discussion, Q&As, actually focusing on you and your questions and your actual meditation practice individually. It isn't a group obviously, but I'll focus on each person as much as I can. And there's a discussion group there as well, a text chat, so you can ask as many questions as you want to. Big explosions. Where did you find all these emojis? Alright, I think I'm going to close today off. If you do have any questions that pop up later, you can just ask me in the comments, and I'll cover them in a future video. Do it on the next live stream. Right, so I am going to say ta-ta. Lady Capera, I am an emoji mage too. I can see that. I'm sure we can figure out some magic with emojis. Till next time, cheers. Thank you, Lee. It's a pleasure. Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks for the support. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Watch out for the next healing hour. Do an echo. Autos bye. Thanks, Lee. Take care. You too, mate. Have a good one. Thank you, Lee. Pleasure. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go now. Have a good one. Stay safe, everybody. And keep humming. Cheers.